Hey guys, this is Jack Frost, and this is another fun-filled Trans Life Thursday with J. Renee Uncut. So, hi, it's been a while. My house is now predominantly clean since the last time I've actually talked to you guys, so that's a change. Hope you guys are doing really good. I think I'm probably going to talk about something that I may have actually talked about before, and pardon me, I have some weird cold things, so ignore. But, yeah, I don't know. Like I felt like I've covered it before, but I don't feel like I've covered it in a way that has made sense to people who aren't trans. So I figured I better try again so that it makes a little bit more sense. So I guess what I wanted to talk about was like how interesting it is and how different it is like between people who are like heterosexual and straight and when they crush on somebody versus people who are trans or gay or lesbian, which I think anybody can relate. It's funny because like the entire focus changes completely. I don't know. It's really weird because like when you're straight, like I've been on both quote unquote both ends of this thing, so I could tell you, it's like people aren't as concerned who you like and why you like them and sticking their nose like right up in your business to be like, are you sure you're not obsessing? Are you sure this? Are you sure that? Like, nobody gives a shit, okay? Like, seriously. I have friends who have obsessed over supernatural characters to the point where I'm like, I'm scared, okay? Literally. But like, nobody questions that. But the moment that you come out of the closet, it's like you could say somebody's name one time and everyone's like, oh, you like that person, don't you? Like, you don't even have to like them at all. And I don't know about you guys, but like I'm kind of getting annoyed by that. Just ever so slightly, just a little bit, because not everybody I talk about or talk to, I don't know. Like I don't feel like I should have to explain this, but I think people need to understand like just because you come out as either a different gender perspective or whatever the word is, go ask Kimmy. She knows. I don't. And I am trans, but don't ask me what to label the damn thing. But like for people who have different sexuality or stuff like that, it's like the focus from everybody who isn't like that is straight up just on that. Like that's all that they think like our entire lives are consumed by sexual identity and sexual activity. And it's like, no. Like honestly, I think everybody that I personally know, I know there are people otherwise, but the ones that I personally hang out with are like, you would probably consider us like the most quote unquote, as one of my friends said, prude people, group of people on the planet. Like, I don't know. It's just really weird to me. I don't really understand why it's got to be like that. Like, why can't it just not matter at all? And I don't know, they think like gay people or trans people like have zero preference, like I had said before when I was at an industry event. And it was like, it was insane. Like I said, I walked into this and I did not expect to have to be put on like a stand for everybody like this. But it was okay. I mean, it was good practice, I guess. But it was just crazy because like as soon as he found out I was pansexual, it was like, oh, well, you're not going home lonely. It's the same kind of perspective where you're just like, dude, why? Like, just because I have a different sexuality than you or gender identity than you does not mean that I am like a skis ball, you know? It doesn't mean I'm a slut. Like, actually, I'm probably the farthest thing from that, like anybody ever meet on any gender spectrum you want to put me on. So it's just really kind of annoying. And like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of just tired of it, to be honest. Like, I wish people would just stop worrying about it, whoever you're with or whatever. I'm like, unless you're interested in dating me, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, what is the point? And then just ask, like, because otherwise, like, I'm done with the bullshit. I don't think anybody even understands. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like the world has changed so much. Like, before people used to like get out and have conversations with people, and now people just pretend to have relationships. I'm like, okie doke. But what are you gonna do? This is the other thing I felt was kind of really important to bring up. Because like I said, I think I've mentioned it before, but obviously not well enough because it's still going on. So in my opinion, I either didn't explain it right or you were an absolute fucking jackass, because there's no way that people could continue that behavior once you've explained it to them if you've explained it right. So I'm going to just assume that I am a horrible educator and I will try again. Okay? Sorry if I sound rude, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't care. It's okay. Hi, I don't care. Anyways, I think it's really interesting how I'm trying to think of a way to even explain this. I find it really weird that people put such an emphasis, I guess, in any grouping you want or label you want to use, on who you talk to. And my friends and I have had this conversation for years. Like, my entire life, I grew up around boys, okay? Like, that was pretty much all I ever played with, ate with, whatever. Like, died in Super Mario World with was boys. That was it. That was all I ever did. Like, they've even said, like, we thought you were a boy up until you grew boobs. Like, then that was a weird day for them. Let me tell you what. Like, they just didn't get it either because, duh. I mean, I don't know. I guess probably because I was trans and we were all in denial. But that's okay. So, that's all I've, like, really ever been friends, very, very close friends with. And, like, when you think about men in general, they typically have really close guy friends, and then they have whatever relationship thing that they have. Anyways, so it's kind of like, I had friends that were girls, but I really spent most of my time with boys, and girls were normally, like, biting my head off anyways, so I was like, yeah, no. And most of the time, it's so hysterical, like, and I think all ladies out there who've ever been through this will understand. It's like, if you talk to the hot guys in school, God help you, you will have no friends because they are jealous. Or they'll be like, hi, like, because they want attention. It's nauseating. Anyways, it was really weird for me because, like, I guess people have some sort of thing, like some sort of rule where you just can't be friends with people. I've heard this my whole life, and that's why I just figure I might as well address it as, like, a humongous thing. And it's like, oh, but you're a girl, you should be friends with girls, because if you're friends with boys, there's, like, a whole schema, I guess, for society of what that means and how less attractive you are as a mate. I don't know. This is the crap that I've heard, like, through my life. So, it's been a couple of decades of crap. So bear with me. It may have evolved over time, but this is where it came from, And I've always been like, who gives a shit? And why would I want to be with somebody that lame anyways? Like, if that's the way that they looked at things. I don't know. I guess I'm just too weird for anything on planet Earth. Me and about 4 other people. We're going to build a spacecraft. Anybody else who's as weird is more than welcome to join. No, I'm just kidding. But it's tempting, isn't it? Because, like, eventually you just start to feel like, what am I doing here? Like, and what is this zombie nation? Like, I don't get it. Forgive me for ranting, but it makes no sense to me and the people that I care about most. And we're just kind of like, we're kind of tired of it, So hopefully this will make sense. But I think it's really weird how people who don't want to accept that you're trans, like, sorry, my kids are making noise. Not that that's not a common occurrence, but literally my brain stops when that happens, so forgive me. Anyways, it's like they don't want to accept it, and so because they don't want to accept it, they don't want to accept your behaviorisms as normal. Let me specify what that means. So in other words, if I'm on some form of social media right now, that got narrowed down to pretty much just Twitter, I think. If you see other things running, that's probably not me. I have told people a billion times, like, my stuff's been taken over, and people are like, why wouldn't you answer my Facebook? I'm like, well, because, you're rating a hacker. I don't know what to tell you. Until I learn 6 years worth of material, just hold on, because I have been locked out of my own account. So anyways, it's crazy. And it's like when I talk on social media, I finally realized, because there were some girls that were kind of just, woo, going off the deep end about it. And I was like, what is this shit? I don't understand. And then I realized that mostly I only write guys. Then I realized, I guess I was born with a vagina. So that is apparently a problem. Like, that apparently means I'm hitting on you. I'm like, someone should have informed me of that memo, because that wasn't my goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of fucked up, like the way that people just interpret everything wrong. It's like, pretty sure if you're hitting on you, if I'm hitting on you, you're gonna like, no, because I'm just kind of an open-hearted person like that. And if you can't figure it out, I'm probably not hitting on you. So it's just, I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was a little bit weird. So one of the things that really frustrates me is it's like, for men to have other men friends, that's really normal. Like, that's what guys do. And I know that every guy out there that's listening to this, or every, female to male, will understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, you need that male camaraderie to like grow and develop and gain wisdom and do whatever you need to do. I mean, how else are you supposed to get that? How are you going to learn how to be an adult and improve, or any age and phase in life? You could be an adult, but you want to improve, between 20 and 30 and 30 and 40. How are you going to do that if you don't look up to somebody of decency and learn from them? Pay attention to them and grow and befriend them. I mean, how else are you going to learn? You have your parents, and you have, what are they? Older than you. Your grandparents, what are they? Older than you. And if you're fortunate enough to still have them, brownie points. But, people pass away and stuff, and it sucks. So, but we all have mentors, or we should have mentors. If we don't, maybe we should really get some. And so I guess it's really kind of funny because, like, a lot of the times I really look up to a lot of people that I do write to. And I think of them, like, a lot of them are excellent musicians and people who have pushed through, like, ridiculous adversity. And it's not like I haven't had my fair share of it, and we haven't all had our fair share of it, some more than others, and some more ridiculous than others. Like, I think my life is insane. Just as if you were going to, like, write a book, which I'm going to do, so nobody can write my book. Nobody take my life story. It's so crazy. I have to do it. I've literally been asked by people for like years to write a book about the crap that goes on, because it's just so funny. Like, it's literally funny, like, after it's all said and done. So I don't know. I'll probably do it when I get some time. But I just wanted to talk about that because I'm kind of tired of everything being interpreted that way, of everybody thinking, oh, yep, she's only writing that person, which half the time I don't even, well, more than half the time, I really don't identify as a she anyways. Like, I don't care unless you're, like, really trying to make a point. Like, when I'm buying food and you have a problem with gay people or transgender people and you have to be like, ma'am, I'm like, okay. Like, I do not need that in my life. Thank you very much. Like, I'm kind of old. I think if I needed a reminder about what you think I should do, I probably, I'm way past that. And at least on gender stuff. On anything else, feel free. But, I'm just like, really? I don't know. Obviously, your opinions don't matter to me if I'm walking out the house like this. Because that takes balls to begin with. And everybody I know who has done this in any way, shape, or form, or been honest in any way, shape, or form about their sexuality, brownie points to you. You are amazing. Kudos, because that shit is hardcore. Like, I know. Like, especially if you live in a small persecutionary town. So I get it. I really, really get it. And, hang in there, because so people tell me it gets better. My friends and I have an ongoing joke about that right now. It gets better. I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Sure. Because dear God, man, like, it feels like it's only getting worse. But it better get better. That's all I got to say. No, it does. You just have to change your location or change whatever your direction is so that you can get better. So, yeah, I'm just kind of tired of that. I'm kind of tired of not being able to, because literally, guys, I literally don't even write anything I want to do anymore. Like, I'm so frustrated right now. It's ridiculous. It's like every time I put something up on social media or say something, now I just have to say something, because it's not like I don't have shit lurking around that goes and spreads garbage that I never said or never told them. Like, if I did tell somebody, it was like my best friend in confidence, and then not the next thing I know, it's all over somebody else's page. And I'm like, media, we're gonna have a problem, okay? Like, I like my privacy just a little bit. Like, just please don't hack my phone lines, and please don't listen in on my house and shit, okay? Because I hate that, and it's illegal. And one day I'm going to sneak up on you and throw you in jail. So just back off. God, like, you're not paying me for it anyways. Like, maybe if I got a check that, for the backup, no, I still don't want it bothered, but you know what I mean? Like, it's really annoying. I know a lot of other people know what I'm talking about. And like, honestly, I'm like, I'm not even famous enough for this. What are you doing here? I'm not even that exciting. Like, go away. I guess everybody just needs a story that bad. I'm like, go write one. You guys make up shit about my life every 5 seconds. Why don't you go make a novel? Like, seriously, like with that big of an imagination and that big of a mouth, I'm pretty sure everybody would be greatly successful in another realm. Anyways, I'll stop with that for 5 seconds because, like, yeah, but I don't say half of what I want to say anymore because apparently if I talk to people, it gets taken the wrong way. And like people I want to talk to, just to write like, hey, that's awesome, or I agree. I don't know. Like, don't you people like talking to people? I mean, isn't that what this shit is for? And it's like now, it's like if you do that, there's all of this assumptive shit that goes behind it. Like, I literally have the ongoing joke with my friends now, and I think Twitter, if you go back and read my feed, but like, seriously, I want to be an author. Excuse me, I already am a published poet, so pardon me, but I actually would like to write some more and publish some more, right? But I was like, I want to do like crime novels at some point. And I was like, what do I need to do? Write the frickin' state of California to let everybody know that what's on my computer is, legal? Like it's not a crime I'm trying to commit. It's a story. It's a novel. Because I literally have people that go to that level and give me grief. So if you're one of them, you better leave me alone. Like, because that's not nice. And just don't. Karma is a bitch, and I'm not saying anything other than that. It's just like one day somebody's going to do it to you probably, and you're going to be like, this really sucks, So just don't do that to people. But yeah, so I don't write nearly as much as I'd like to write certain people because everybody's getting offended, and some people get jealous, and some people get pissed off, and some people think I guess I'm hitting on people, which I think is classically hysterical, but that's okay. You know what I mean? I'm just like, really? Like, why does it even matter? Like, and that's my problem. It's like, if I want to hit on somebody, why the fuck do you care? Like, it's cool if you care and you're like a fan, but that's not what's happening. Like, it's industry and industry people predominantly. Like, I would say that my fans, when I finally get to talk to them, thanks to the hacker, normally it's when I run into people in town who happen to know me that I don't even know. So obviously I've done a pretty good job in spite of the blacklist, but that's okay. And no, I don't have balls. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Like, not at all. That's all right. Basically, you know what? Like, I'm kind of tired of that because that's not the way that it is. But it's like, what is it your business anyways? It's like, I don't know. I don't understand why it's so important to everybody out there who I talk to the point that I can't talk to people. Like, that's so fucking stupid. I mean, social media is supposed to bring people together, is it not? In like actual real life. And then of course that never happens anymore, period. I don't care where you are. Until you go through the stuff that I've been through, you don't realize that like social media, it's like, it's really helpful. But if someone wants to be a massive dick of a prick and be like, I'm going to block all your shit. I'm going to make sure you don't get any of your business calls and any of your job calls and any of your friend calls and yuck. Like when someone decides to do that to you, guess what happens? Everybody thinks you're too busy and they don't worry about you. And then like a year goes by and they're like, I thought you were busy. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, because you can't get a hold of anybody unless you drive over their house. But that's what we used to do back in the golden era of time, was drive to people's houses and like hang out. I don't know. We need to get back to that. We really do. We need to go hang outside and play in the dirt with people or whatever, when you're kids. But just go hang out and eat pizza. I'm all right with that. Gluten-free, other allergen-free pizza. That'll, I have to make it myself. Never mind. But like just do something, like God. But yeah, social media is supposed to be a thing that's supposed to bring people together. And like lately I've been finding that there's been so much negativity, it's nauseating. And it's just like, when I feel like I can't even write people to just like inspire them because I'm inspired by them, because so-and-so is making a big fucking stink internationally, that gets old. Okay? Like that hurts my feelings. I'm going to be completely honest because it's like I am so sick and tired of biting my lip over bullshit that shouldn't even matter. And like honestly, after tonight, I'm done. I'm just letting you all know. I'm going to write who I want to write. You can assume whatever you want to assume. If you get pissed off, you can come talk to my face about it. Okay? Yes, I can hit that note. But only in falsetto. I do not have the gift of high range. No, God, no. I wish I did. I don't. It sucks so bad. But okay, anyways, that's what I want to be talking about. Art. I want to be making my art instead of battling off douchebags and hackers and assholes who want to make up bullshit and media sneaking around in the bushes. Like, I'm not kidding. It happens. Just ask anybody. Like, and you don't even have to be that famous. Like, God, somebody should have told me. Where is the book on that? Like, maybe that's the one I'll write because, dear Lord, I'm sure that'll be written tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I do my art not for everything that normal people do it for. I'm going to do it whether or not you shit on me. So, oh well, you know. I'm not going anywhere. Uh-oh. But yeah, I'm just kind of tired of it, guys. Like, and I'm tired of it happening to transgendered people specifically because it's like, it doesn't matter that I consider myself male. It doesn't matter that you've all been told that. It's like, some of you out there still insist on taking offense to me talking to other guys like I'm some sort of bitchy skeezy hoe that's trying to steal what you don't even have from you. Oh my God. Like, and like I have actually had good friends worry about that kind of crap. And I'm like, hold the phone. Do you not realize, like, first of all, I don't even think that way. Second of all, I don't even think that way. Like, I never have. Ask any friend I've ever had. It's like that is the last thing you have to worry about. Like, normally I'm running the opposite direction because that's normally what ends up happening is like if I stick around at all, like, and their dude's a douchebag, I don't know. It's awful. So I get out of there, like, as fast as I possibly can. Unless they're, like, really good friends. You know, like, it's not my thing. I know it's a lot of other girls' things because it's like happened to me with every dude that I had where people are like that. But, and I really don't understand that either. I'm like, just go away. But I'm not like that. So, and like a lot of my friends really aren't either. So it's really hysterical, like when people come at us like that. Because I know they've come at like Martini like that, and sometimes they come, I think, at Kimmy like that too. And it's like, well, I know they did back in the day when she was in high school. So it's like, we're just like, okay, well, Kimmy's asexual. Martina's like predominantly asexual or something like that. I don't know. Everybody's got their thing, but something like that. And, you know, they're awesome people. They would never, I don't know. So it's really frustrating. And I'm sure there are other transgender people out there that go through this because it's like a social norm, I guess. And I think that's lame because, first of all, I identify as male, so I would like to be able to hang out with my dude friends. Yes, I do like dudes. So, but the two, like, don't intermix. I mean, they can intermix, but they don't intermix. It's like that Venn diagram thing, you know? Let's get into math, but boy, Einstein problems, excuse me. Ignore me, but no, but really though, like, seriously, like, not every guy I talk to is a guy that I want to date, dear God. Oh my God, you know, and not every guy that I talk to on, like, is even gonna remotely want to date me. Like, why is everybody so concerned about that? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me because, like, when I was like straight, nobody gave a shit. Now it's like I can't even have a crush on somebody. Like, it goes to that level. Like, if I have a crush on somebody and somebody knows, even if it's like my best friend, it's like somehow it leaks. And I know they're not the ones talking because, like, literally, I'm not even going to lie to you. I have had people from LA hack my phone. And it's so fucking annoying. Like, I seriously even know some of the idiots who did it. And I was like, gee, I wonder where you got that information because I certainly didn't tell you. And your phone just randomly rang me. And you didn't call me. So, you know, like, I don't know, I'm a geek, so I kind of know about that. And I was like, oh, here we go. So if I talk to somebody over the phone or anywhere in my house, guess what information then goes and gets, you know, it's just not okay. But It's really frustrating. It's like, and then everybody takes it to like an extreme level. It's like, if you're at all trans, it's like suddenly everybody's nose is in your business. Or if you're gay, or because I know that that happens to anybody in the LGBT community. It's like once you like somebody, everyone's like, why do you like them? Are you sure you're not being obsessive? You're like, I think you're obsessive because you're in my business and I've said 2 words. Or like if you barely even bring somebody up, it's like, oh, you must like that person. Or, oh, you live with that person. I love that one because me and Kimmy get that all the time. Like, since like freaking before I even knew what the hell was going on with my sexuality, okay? Like, we've been friends that long. And like, people would come up to us and they would either be like, are you guys twins? And we're like, really? And we're like, no. And they'd always be like, you guys are together, right? Buying food together? And we're like, no. And then they're like, well, you twins? And we're like, no. And then they would be like, oh, and this was like, about 7 or 8 years ago, and they would like gasp and stand back, like, back away from the lesbian lady. So we're like, why is it that we either have to be related or gay to even be friends and have food together? Like, we can't even, I don't know. There's something weird about that, people. Like, what are we doing? We can't have friendships anymore? Like, I mean, isn't that the key to relationships anyways, is friendship? I don't know. What's happening to this world? Somebody fill me in because I think I came from a different planet, so help, because this makes no sense to me. I look at it like if somebody encourages you and you encourage them, then why are you not their friend? And if they're your best friend and you feel like fucking them, then that's probably who you should marry, okay? Or whatever. That's pretty much it in my book on life. And then other people like Kimmy, she's like, everybody is the same to me. And if I happen to like you, you're in the clear, just period. Like, you know what I mean? She's going to probably kill me. Like, we were supposed to start doing, what is that thing called? Why do I always forget it every time I try to tell you guys? Flaming Liberals. We were supposed to start again. We've been, swimming out through the chaos of life. So eventually we'll start. So I guess I'm just surfacing it with lots of side information. But anyways, it's just really frustrating because like I know that like I've seen people obsessed to the point that I'm actually scared over like movie stars and crap like that, and like nobody says anything, like because they're straight, but the moment like you're gay, everyone's like, why do you like that person? And like all up in your grill, like, you must be there for the wrong reasons, or you must be perverted, or you must something. And I'm like, I must nothing. And I must not even necessarily like this dingus. I'm just talking to people. Like, what? I don't know. So, for those of you who like to perpetrate that bullcrap, like, I feel bad for you because, like, maybe you don't have a lot of friends. Like, right now, I don't have as many friends as I used to have, but I'm kind of like a parent to 2 children that have, I'm pretty sure the next one's about to be diagnosed with autism after what I just heard. So 2 children with autism, we'll go ahead and say that now. And it's like, that's a little understandable. Like, my plate's kind of full. I don't have time to get out and have a life. So, but for people like you who don't have a life to the point where you've got to like find me on social media and make up crap to other people and other producers and other whoever, like, pity the fool. Like, I don't know. Like, come on, guys. Like, if you really want to know, just ask and I'll either tell you or I won't, but I probably won't tell you. Like, I'm going to tell you. I probably won't tell you, but no. It could be a yes or a no, but I'm like, no. I'm not telling you, like, unless I know you. So, I don't know. I think that it shouldn't matter, and I think it especially shouldn't matter just because I'm transgendered, and I'm sorry that the fact that I like to gain wisdom from my elders, dear God, I'm not even going to get on that right now, but like literally, I'm sorry that offends you, who the people that fall in this category, and I'm sorry that it offends you that I'm friends with guys predominantly, but that's what I relate with mostly, so how else am I going to grow? I mean, I don't understand or think like a woman at all, so it doesn't make sense to me when girls process things the way that they do. I mean, I get it, but I don't personally get it so that I can grow and evolve as a human being and as a spiritual person. So there is like no point in me listening to that other than to help somebody else. You know what I mean? Or too compromised or whatever. But there's like no point in that for my own personal involvement. So excuse me while I go have friends with people that I care about or talk to people that I think inspire me on whatever level. I'm going to go ahead and do that at this point. I'm kind of tired of it. If I happen to like somebody, fuck you. I really don't care what you have to say about it anymore. And if you have a problem, then if that affects my career, which I've had told to me like, oh, well, this is going to affect your career if this, that, or the other happens, then I'm like, well, then so fucking be it, because like I'm not here to have my life shitted on anymore and told what to do. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I know I'm talented, and I know that the right people with the right brain cells rolling around in their head will not care, okay? Because money is money, and art is art, and good art is good art. So, sorry, like, you know, we don't need to work together if that's the type of attitude that some people have. Like, who I love should not offend you, even though I only end up in straight relationships. So it really, really shouldn't offend you, and it really should just be like, none of your fair, to be honest. So I'm just kind of done. I'm not going to put up with it anymore, and I would, like, encourage everybody else out there that's going through this to, like, speak up too, and just say you're not going to put up with it anymore. So I'm going to write what I want to write. And I don't mean like, you know, obnoxious stuff, but it's like if I want to tweet somebody, then I'm going to tweet somebody. If I want to go write whatever I want to write in a blog, you can assume whatever you want. It's an assumption, okay? And I'm kind of tired of it. So until I go on record saying something, and I mean on record, like you get your newscaster over here and I tell you what the fuck I'm up to, because like 90% of the time that is exactly the case. Like, I don't even know half of what's rolling around out there, but like I know from what I've heard, half of it's ridiculous. So anyways, I just was really kind of tired of it being pushed in like the transgender direction. So please stop paying so much attention to our sexuality just because we're different than you. Because dear God, I certainly don't give a shit about yours. And hopefully I'm not supposed to. Like, sorry, like, I don't want to know. Not unless you're my best friend, and then there's like funny shit that comes tumbling out, like funny stories. That's fine. But otherwise, I don't want to know. Like, I really don't want to know. So I don't really know why you want to know. You know, everybody likes a little gossip, but this is getting ridiculous to the point that I don't feel like I can express myself without putting up a fucking disclaimer every single time I say something. And you know what? I'm done. And I'm posting this video because I'm probably going to start my crime novel series, and I'm probably going to start a million other books and a million other art projects. By the way, next time someone decides to steal outside of my house some poetry that is actually not even mine, make sure you don't break in someone's house and steal it, and make sure that it is actually mine before you spread any more rumors. I'll leave it at that because I did hear about that, and that was goddamn hysterical. So, like I said, I need to write a book about this shit because I'm just like, you know, if you would have asked me, I could have told you that, God, people are crazy. People are crazy. But that's okay. That's all right. I mean, that's what makes the world go round, right? So anyways, I'll probably be writing novels or lyrics, and no, they're not a reflection of my life. And no, I have an active imagination. I'm an artist. Since when did becoming an artist and expressing it in a form of art become some sort of crime? I'm a little concerned because everybody's running around acting weird. And it's like, you know what? Everyone's way too much in everybody's business. I think everyone needs to back out. We're violating freedom at this point. So, I don't know. I mean, I could probably make $1 billion off of lawsuits right now, but by the time that stuff pans out, I'll have made that much on music. Do you know what I mean? I hate lawsuits. As much as I joke about Sharknado, I really can't stand that shit. I mean, I would love to be a lawyer, but I just not over my own crap, you know? Really, it's miserable. But, yeah, I guess just cut the bullshit, guys. Stay out of everybody's business. But yeah, this is my disclaimer now. So when shit hits the fan and people start making stuff up, I'll just keep reposting this video and I'll be like, well, remember when I said that I didn't care if I talked to people? Because it's like a free country, as my brother used to say, it's a free country. Like since we were like 3 or something, like that was his excuse for everything, that we were like, Mark, like I totally just ratted him out. But anyways, like literally we'd yell at him and he would just be like, it's a free country. Well, kind of, but you know, it's for the most part, yes. And actually, he was argumentatively right in the direction that we were taking it with. So I could talk to who I want to talk to as long as it's not a crime, and it's not a crime to talk to people on social media. So everyone just needs to chill and quit creating slander, because that is actually a crime. If we're going to start talking about problems here, quit stealing things. That's actually a crime too. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to kids and it doesn't make sense to me, because like 10 years ago it wasn't like this. 10 years ago people understood those things. So what happened? What the fuck happened? Come on, guys. Dig heads out of ass. I don't know. Forgive me for those of you who think whatever you think about me. At this point, I'm just trying to say, like, we all need to evolve. I'm constantly trying to evolve into a better person. So like, please join me on that path. Like, but please don't try to undermine that. I don't know. Yeah. People who are leaders need, please step up and start leading, because like I know I'm always looking up to you, but like we need a lot of leadership, because this shit's getting bad. Like reality. It's not like it was 10 years ago. So we got work to do. But yeah, this is my disclaimer. Whatever I write novel wise, if people are saying whatever they're saying and they're hacking into whatever they're hacking into and they're yelling about whatever they're yelling about, I'm just going to be like, here's the link. Here it is. I don't need a plea bargain. I don't need an inquisition where I'm guilty until proven innocent, folks, which is against the law as well. I don't need that shit, okay? The reality is I'm an artist, and if you have a problem with that, then I don't know. Maybe don't go snooping around in my crap. Like, I don't know, you know? That's where my friends have talked about this. I won't say which friends, but like they've cracked the jokes of like, one time I think one of them had to go to a psychologist as a child, and they were like, what do you write about? And they were like, well, you know what? No, because you're going to think it's related to this when it's not at all. And all I'm trying to do is express my inner world imagination, or whatever it is that we artists do, the gift of the muses. Like, since when did we become such literal, realistic people that we stopped evolving and stopped coming up with new ideas? It's like, why do you think science is at such a standstill? Do you really think we figured out all there is to know? No. Because I'm reminding people, and my friends are reminding people of knowledge that was prevalent 10 years ago. So obviously you forgot the simple basics. So let's back the train up, remember those, and then open our minds so that we can like move forward and like learn and evolve. Because what is going on? Like, when did we become so arrogant? People want to call me arrogant because I'm blunt and I say it as it is. And I go, you know what? This is wrong. You're a rude fucking arrogant asshole. No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. And if I'm fucking up, then I'll tell you I'm fucking up. And if you tell me I am and you're right, I'll admit to it. I'm not arrogant. And I'm not any of those things, because the reality is I'm out to try to help and change things. I'm not just complaining. Like, I actually get off my ass and do things. For those of you who complain and don't, that's another story. So, you know, like, before people start throwing stones, think about where people are coming from. I definitely don't know damn near anything compared to what other people know, which is why I keep looking for people to step up and lead, because it would be nice, you know what I mean, to like constantly have someone to look up to. And those are the people often that I write, and the pages that I look at and stuff like that, because I find them inspiring. So I don't know. I just think that it's a conglomeration of things. Like I said, like it's the fact that we can't be open-minded enough to allow for different sexuality. We can't seemingly be open-minded enough to allow for different gender identity. Oh God, kid craziness. We can't seem to be open-minded at all to even new science or new ideas without thinking people are nuts. I'm like, I shouldn't have to. And the ones that don't understand it are the ones that don't even understand like the simple like scientific method or like geometrical proof system of how you got there in the first place, and yet they still want to like find a label to shove you in. And I'm like, read a book. I'm sorry. Like that's like to quote one of my friends, but literally like that's like Mr. MD Brown, like right there. That's what he's always said. And it's true. It's like I'm sorry you don't know what you're talking about, but that doesn't mean that I don't, you know? And I don't know. There's nothing wrong with being inventive. And like we kind of need that because our economy's at a standstill. So I would just encourage that. I don't know. This is all over the place, but it was bound to be because it's tied into like 10 issues and I'm trying to talk about all of them at once because god damn it, this is me we're talking about, and please forgive me if anything is 5 minutes. It'll never be 5 minutes. Like I'll be like edit chop, like and that will happen one day. But this is my blog, and it's called J. Renee Uncut. Okay, so if you don't want to watch things that are uncut that are 40 minutes long, then maybe, you know, walk your happy ass elsewhere. But for those of you that I love so dearly, who I know are many, that do like this kind of shit, I love you guys. Thanks for listening to this, and like go out and change the world, and just fuck the universe, that the antimatter in the universe, the correction, because I think the universe gets where I'm coming from because it actually operates from a state of order. And all that other crap is antimatter garbage, you know? It's like black matter. No thanks. So ignore them and just do what you need to do. Like, I'm always here for you guys. If I ever get your messages, like, I have no idea when I'll ever see them again. Probably when I come up with a new software to shut everybody down. That is an asshole. So when that day happens, you will know because you will hear from me again. But but you guys can send me stuff, and hopefully I'll one day get it and write you back. Don't have any Stan episodes like out there with like Eminem style Stan episodes, because like I promise you, if I don't get back to you, it's probably because I never got it. Or I forgot. And if I forgot, because I am a forgetful person, like, write me again. And then probably again. And that's what I tell people to do. I'm like, if it's important and I don't get back to you, just, you know, where are my hands? Nag. Nag me till I get back. And eventually I will. All right. Well, I love you guys. Encourage your friends and family and everyone you know to be open-minded to science, to be open-minded to sexuality, to be open-minded to people having friendships of the same sex or of a different sex, and open-minded to accepting people for who they are. And damn it, Bruce Jenner, I love you. Who's no longer Bruce Jenner now. We have Caitlyn. I love you. You're beautiful. And thank you so much, because, like, seriously, we all needed that. This, you know, you didn't have to do that. And thank you from the bottom of my heart.